Oh, I didn't see you there. I've just been enjoying watching the morning begin, all while pretending to drink out of a novelty joke mug. It says bacon gives me a reason to get out of bed. So true, mug. So true. Join me, won't you? Okay, so let's get down to business for what we're going to talk about today. First thing I want to remind everyone is don't forget, every day, check attendance. Number two, be aware of what these videos will really be. They won't be that long. They're going to give you one basic example or overview of what we're talking about. And then after that, every day you'll see supplemental materials. That's notes that I'm going to leave you, just like we did in class. That's reading the e-text. And that's looking at supplemental videos if you feel you need to. Now, I'm going to be clear. The notes and the e-text are required steps. But if you look in the folder, you'll see that the links to the supplemental videos are optional. Look at them if you need to. Don't look at them if you don't. Be aware that today and many other days, we are going to end with a My Math Lab assignment. All right, so getting into this is going to look a lot like what we did before when we were working on the quarterly exams when we're factoring trinomials. What I want you to notice is that now we've got a coefficient in front of the first term. So what do we do about this guy? Now, in many cases, you should feel pretty good about that. Okay, we're just going to split that into factors. But I want to try and be as generic as I can about this so you can look at more examples. In the old days, when we were factoring this into binomials, it didn't matter which order we put the other two factors in, as long as they multiplied together to equal 6, and they added together to equal 13. The only real difference here is that you're going to find that we now have to take this 2 into account. So I'm going to make this one pretty easy for you. We know that 6 only has 2 factors, and that is 1 and 6. So you might think to yourself, well, it doesn't matter where I put them. All right, well, let's go ahead and do that. Let's put the 6 here and the 1 here. And now, to see if we're right, let's FOIL it out. There's our 2x squared. Let's do our outside. 2x times 1 is plus 2x. Inside, 6 times x is plus 6x. And then 6 times 1, our last terms, plus 6. Combine our like terms, and we get 2x squared plus 8x plus 6. Close, but not what we were looking for. You notice the cut just then, it's because there was one. I wrote the factors back down in the same place. So let's pick it up from there. So in this form, it doesn't work because it doesn't match up with our middle term. But what if we reverse these two? Now, all of a sudden, when we FOIL this out, 2x squared plus 12x plus x plus 6, 13x, we have what we need. So in the broad strokes, this is how this works. All we have to do, and if you want to call it trial and error, that's fine. The book talks about it that way, and the videos that you watch will certainly talk about it that way as well. We have to think about these factors first, what gives us this first term. Now, I'm going to tell you as these get more complicated, you might have to play around with these as well. So now we have to pay attention to 3 things. The factors that get us the first term, where the factors are that get us the third term, and then making sure our signs match up so we end up in the right place. That's the basic example for today. That said, make sure that after this video is done, you go take a look at the e-text examples. You look at the examples in the notes. And let me make this clear. I'm going to upload 2 copies of the notes, a blank set for you to work on, and then a set where I've completed everything that you can look at as a key. And then finally, I've added to today's lesson some supplemental links to some videos that will give you even more examples. Your homework assignment for tonight is to complete a My Math Lab assignment. You'll see it there. It is set with a due date of tomorrow at 8 a.m. Remember, all classes now have work due tomorrow at 8 a.m. Questions? That was really a silly thing to ask. So, over and above the work that we discussed, let's talk a little bit about how the rhythm's going for you on the second day. How did the first day go? Ask yourself some basic questions. Were you able to keep up with your work? Did you have efficient means of contacting your teachers if you had questions? Did you make sure to follow the instructions that they gave you? I hope you guys can think about the way in that this system is something that really can cause you guys to be successful, as long as you set up clear and regular patterns of behavior that you know are reliable and that you know you can trust and that you know show good effect. So if there's anything I can do to help you with that as well, please let me know. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.